Hi all, it's only me. It's May and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and last week it was Maternal Mental Health Week. You know, like the suffering of like postnatal depression and obviously all the other like your baby blues, and I'm just like gonna do a quick one on this. My friend, a very good friend of mine, also does blogging, and her obviously she done her like how about her experiences with maternal mental health, and I witnessed some of it when she came to work with us, and at the time I was carrying my eldest, and from an expecting mother point of view of like what I could see, I used to think, motherhood is really, really good. You can still do everything you want. You know, you can just drop the job, but at the time I didn't realise she was suffering. I was quite naive, and like, but how many times, or how many have you heard of people say, like, when you fall pregnant young, oh, it's going to ruin your life, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that, you're solely just going to be a mother. And that's one thing what scares you, because you're like, well, as much as I'm going to love this baby, and I'm going to be this baby's mother, and I'm going to do everything for this baby, I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to lose myself in the process. And like, I used to look, when I was carrying my eldest Cody, I used to think, do you know what? I used to think, she hasn't lost herself. Do you know? She's still kept herself. She can still do the nights out. She can. Do you know? And I thought she's got it good. Do you know? And I used to think, I was quite envious. Like, but I'm thinking, well, I hope I have it like that. When I've my eldest, and then I remember meeting the baby. God, fucking nearly killed her. Not like jokes on her. Give her a couple of mini cheddars and she was like, oh shit, what have I done? I'm carrying a baby and I've nearly killed someone else's baby, oh my god. And because obviously to look from I was like, do you know what? I was like, people saying that you're going to ruin your life. And I was like, well, it hasn't ruined her life. Do you know, she could still do all this, and she's still laughing and she's still joking about. But then when you look back, she was actually suffering really bad with postnatal depression. Do you know? And then obviously I left to go on maternity leave, and I had my eldest. In the first few weeks, obviously, really daunting, lack of sleep. And I was like, bloody hell, I used to manage to do an all weekender, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, out on the pop. And yeah, I used to be hungover, but bloody hell, having a baby, it's so much different. Well, the lack of sleep, it's because it's not your choice. It was your choice to have the baby, shall I say, but it's like the lack of sleep isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like up, like, and then the nights where you're up for 3 hours on end, and then you finally get the baby settled, and then you're awake an hour later. Now that was, it was awful. I will admit, it's awful, the sleepless night. And, and you try to grab a nap when the baby's asleep during the day, but then you've got the housework to do, you've got to do the washing and the laundry, and I was like, how the hell? Do you know what I was just like thinking, like, my friend, how the hell did she do this? Do you know, she managed to still work full time, she still managed nights out and that. And I was like, oh, and it baffled me. But then obviously when you look back, and obviously she was suffering really bad. And then obviously I did suffer with Cody. Like, I sort of, like, when he was a couple of months old, I'd done a full, my mum had the bairn, and obviously I just drank all weekend, and then my mum brought him home, and I was like, he was only back home, what, 2 hours, and he was crying and crying and crying. And I was like, I'm not built out for this. I was like, why can't I stop him from crying? What's going on? Like, he's my baby, why? And obviously, the now ex was there, and I was like, what? And he's like, oh, you just need a bit more patience. You need more patience. And I'm like, what? Like, I've fed him, I've winded him, I've changed him, I've sang with him. And it was like, you need more patience. And I'm like, it's crazy. When you have a baby, it's a little ticking time bomb. And that's how I will have it. And you think everything's rosy. Because the first few weeks can be rosy. And they are sort of rosy. But then once you get back into your routine, like, your partner has gone back to work and it's solely all on you at home, and because they're at work, you're the one who has to do everything, and you're the one who has to get up and on the night feeds, and then but when you go back to work, you think it changes, but it doesn't. You go back to work, you're still doing everything what you do like when you were on your maternity leave, plus you shot in all your working hours. Obviously, I didn't go back full time. I only went back part time, and it is hell. It's going back to work and trying to juggle everything, and then you'd say, "Oh, you coming out? No, got the bairn at home. Yeah, but you've got a partner. Oh no, I can't. No." Or like there was nights where I did go out, but I couldn't just do a drop of the hat thing, and it's crazy. It's a roller coaster, shall we say? Well, yeah, like obviously you see things from a different point, and then now looking back at it, you think, bloody hell, I managed it. I survived it, type of thing. Well, yeah, I can't. And then when I had the twins, now that was a total different one when I had the twins, because I had to have a cesarean section, nearly lost them, and I suffered with them. But yet again, I had to be the one doing everything in the house, and it was like, I need a break. I am absolutely knackered. And then you get your time, just sit and write things down. So I suffered worse with the twins than I did with my eldest. And I used to write things down, I'm shit mother. Can't stop them crying. They don't do it, they don't settle for me. They settle for him. Why? Is it because I'm a shit fucking mother? And I think everyone gets that. I don't think, we all say, we're shit. And even still now, the three of them, last night I had to sit and talk to them, and I was like, look, I said, when you get along nicely, I said, you're the best brothers in the world. I said, but kick and fuck out of each other. I said, you're nasty. I said, it's not fair. I said, I'm shouting at you. I said, because you're kicking fuck out of him, you're kicking fuck out. I said, and it's not, because, obviously I've got Cody who's hitting teenagers, and I've got the twins who are pre-teenagers, so they're just battling, and I'm like, ah! But when they were all little, they were so, Cody was the protector, my baby's my baby. And now, and I'm just like, why? But, yeah, obviously, I don't really know what much to say on this one, but just a bit of an insight of, yeah. And I'm tired, and I want to have my afternoon nap, so, yeah. I'll speak to you all later for now, because I'm knackered. I want to go to sleep. Bye!